Alright, time for a hockey video. So, been getting this question over and over again last week, basically what I think about the Atlantic Division. So, I wrote a little something on my Patreon yesterday, and I just gave a points prediction. Now, I'm going to be going into all of the teams in depth before the season starts. I'm going to be having, at the very least, I'm going to be having a preview for all of the teams in the division. If it goes well, I may extend that to the conference and maybe the rest of the league. I don't know. There's a lot of teams. I don't know if I have time to do everybody, but I'm definitely going to do the division. So this is just a points prediction, and I'm sure there's going to be some disagreement, and see if you can catch the sarcasm. So I have the Lightning at 118 points. I have the Panthers at 112. The Maple Leafs at 100. Everybody wants to know where the Bruins are. The Bruins at 96 points. The Canadiens at 88. I have the Wings and Senators at 78. And the Sabres with 4. All right, so a couple of things here. Look, with the Lightning, I talked about this. If you haven't watched it yet, I did a collaboration with Nick from Twisted Wrister Hockey, and I talked about, he asked me if I thought the Panthers could win the division, and I said I like us for second place. The way I feel about the Lightning is that I think physically, in terms of the players that they still have, I think they're going to be fine, and I still think that they win the division. I do, however, wonder if they're going to be able to mentally continue at the pace that they've had, because it's hard to win a cup, then you go and win 2 cups, and that takes a lot of emotion out of you, and on top of it, you're dealing with the pandemic the whole time. So I have a sneaking suspicion that the Lightning may not start off so quickly. I think towards the end of the season they'll get it together and try to put together another playoff run that hopefully the Panthers will put an end to. But do I think the Panthers are ready to win the division? Not quite yet. It's like I said to him, I'm not betting against the Lightning, just like nobody should bet against Tom Brady. Now for the Panthers at 112 points, goaltending. We've done everything we possibly could considering our cap situation to fix the defense, which is basically addition by subtraction, which is, if you watch my live streams the last 6 weeks of the season, everybody would ask me, and I kept pounding, I kept saying the same thing over and over again, to the point where I'm sure people got sick. Addition by subtraction, that's exactly what we did on defense. If the defense is even as good as it was with a healthy Ekblad, and then you throw in the fact that we won't have Yandel out there, the defense should be even just a little bit improved. Even if it's just a little bit improved and we get proper goaltending, this team's going to win a lot of games because we're going to score a lot of goals. Goaltending is the biggest question. I don't want to get off on a tangent about that too much. We obviously know the situation with Bob and Knight. Bobrovsky's going to need to start the season quick, fast, good, however you want to call it, okay? He's got to have a good start to the season because we don't need Spencer Knight just feeling like he's under the gun pressure-wise 10 to 15 games into the season. We need everybody pulling their weight. And, of course, we need Q to play the guys who are going to pull the weight. You see what I'm saying? I don't want to see a repeat of last season where Drieger statistically was very much better and we were still seeing Bobrovsky even more. So, I have a hair on my lens. And that wasn't a hair, it was a spider. Hold on, there you go. All right, I saved a bug. Now, the Maple Leafs at 100 points. The reason why I have the Maple Leafs at 100 points is because they're the Leafs, and I don't want to piss off any of their fans. No. Look, the biggest thing I'm hoping for out of the Leafs this season is somehow find their way to play the Panthers in the playoffs. It would pretty much force Steve Dangle to acknowledge my existence. Hopefully we can do a collaboration and that would grow the channel. And then plus it would be it would be pleasing to me to see the Panthers be the reason why that the Leafs didn't win a playoff round, unless we played them in the second round. I don't see the Leafs making it to the Eastern Conference Finals, where I actually do think the Panthers, I think this team should make the Eastern Conference Finals. Now, let's get to the Bruins, because on the live stream yesterday, Raven came on, and he actually thinks that the Bruins are going to win the division. Now, I would have really had a problem with that before they signed Ullmark, but obviously getting Ullmark takes a lot of the pressure off of the who knows what is going on with Tuukka Rask situation. That said, the Bruins, they did have a good offseason. I get it, they do. But the core is not exactly young and chipper. I have a feeling this is the year that the Bruins are going to see a drop-off. I know that that's an unpopular opinion, and I know the kind of offseason they had, and I'll get into that in depth when I do their season preview. Call it a gut feeling. Call it a gut feeling. 96 points, and as you Panther fans know, 96 points is not a guarantee to get in the playoffs. Do I think they get in? I think they probably get in. I do. But I don't think they're going to be as good as people think they are. And that's not a knock on Ullmark. I just, for whatever reason, and that may be the only reason, for whatever reason, I don't think they're going to do as well. The Canadiens I have at 88 points. Let's face it, they were the team with the lowest amount of points that made the playoffs last season. They haven't exactly had a good offseason. Losing Danault was just, I still cannot wrap my mind around that. So, and then, goaltending, don't know exactly what's going to go on there with Price, if he's going to be out, if he's going to be the same, etc., etc. And I don't think they're going to fare well in this division. When you think about the Canadiens having to play the Lightning, the Panthers, the Leafs, and the Bruins over and over and over again, 88 points could actually be a stretch for them. So, I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt that there will be some positive carryover from last season, but I don't think that their style of play combined with losing Danault is going to serve them well in our division. The Wings and the Senators, I've got them at 78 points apiece. I haven't really done a whole lot of research into either one of those teams to have a educated opinion on why I think that, other than last time the Senators made the playoffs was the year that the Panthers, that was the year we traded Gabranson. Yeah, the last time the Sens made the playoffs was when they traded Gabranson. Now, I know the Wings are supposedly improved. Like I said, I'm going to do a little bit more research, and I'll have details in the season preview. But again, this division is a killer. And even the teams that are quote-unquote bad are not that bad, except for the Sabres. So I think 78 points is reasonable. They can maybe press 80, 82, but they could also do worse. A lot of it's going to come down to the last month of the season in terms of teams fighting for playoff spots, and whether or not teams are going gung-ho. I don't really see the Sens or the Wings in the conversation for one of those last spots. So you're liable to see some kids come up. So I think 78 points is a fair analysis. Stay tuned. I may change my mind depending on what I see. And the Sabres, especially if they get rid of Eichel, can they win a game? Can Buffalo win a game? I'm being sarcastic, I know. And again, I'll touch on them more in depth in the season preview. But Buffalo is going to have a struggle, man. They've done a lot of damage to the roster, and we'll just have to wait and see how they play against these teams. The Sabres could win some games being a trap game for some of the top-heavy teams at the top of the division. You know what I mean? That's the best thing I can say about them right now. I feel bad for the fan base. Stay tuned. Again, though, I'm going to do a deeper dig into all the teams, so we'll have to see how that goes. I don't think the Sabres are going to finish anything other than last place, though. So, all right. I just wanted to get that out there. It was a fun conversation topic on the live stream yesterday. There's not a whole lot going on, so I'm sure there will be some Bruins fans that aren't exactly pleased with my prediction. And look, it's not like 96 points is bad. It's just a hell of a division, and I have a feeling that the Panthers are going to take the next step, and the Lightning are still the Lightning. The Leafs, look, I would be okay with flipping the Leafs and the Bruins there. It's only a 4-point difference, so I know that it sounds like it's a huge difference between third and fourth place. But a couple of games here or there, and the Bruins could have 100, 102 points, and then nobody would really be blinking at that prediction. I just have a feeling they're not going to quite do as well as some people think. So, coming up, I don't want to say this week, but probably starting this week, I'll start getting into an in-depth type of review for each team. I'll probably start with the Lightning and just go down in my predictions in terms of where I have them placed. So look for that, and depending on that, how those go, I probably will do the rest of the Eastern Conference. Don't know about doing the West just yet. We'll see how that works out. And tonight I've got an interview. I don't know if we'll have it up or not. I'm doing an interview with Timmy. Yeah, tea time, Timmy. So that interview is supposed to be at 7 o'clock, depending on how things go. Technically, I may have that up later tonight on the channel. So, and then football. We got the first football game coming, the Dolphins game coming up, I believe it's Saturday, right? Stay tuned for that. I'm going to have a new channel trailer coming out. I'm going to have the Dolphins fight song for my channel coming out. I'm not going to be doing craziness with football. I'm going to be doing recaps, but there's just too much for me to cover football-wise, to cover every little thing that happens. I want to stick to hockey. You know what I mean, in terms of reporting things that happen. And then after the season goes, if the football recaps do well and people are enjoying that and I'm getting football fans to the channel, then maybe next year I can up the content there. And hopefully by then, monetization wise, I'm making enough to where I don't have to spend my mornings listing on eBay and everything too. So that does take a chunk of my time. So, all right. Like, share, subscribe. I appreciate all the support, especially if you guys watched the last video I made about the Dingergate. If y'all are still subscribed, I really appreciate it. And I will see you again in the next video.